I was at a game 2 weeks ago, Southampton-Wolves, where a ball was smashed at a defender at 100 miles an hour from 2 or 3 yards away. It hits his arm, he gives a penalty. There's nothing he could do about it. 20 minutes later, a ball that comes in from 20 yards away, the defender's arm's out and he doesn't give a penalty. We saw one last week, West Brom, Burnley, that wasn't given. And, I mean, it's just... There is so much confusion around this law, it's incredible. The refs haven't got a clue what to do.
Common sense has gone out the window, because we used to referee with common sense. You used to allow the referees the autonomy to have some common sense. I agree with Alan. I don't want to see that given as a penalty. It was an accident. But you can't have the penalties we've had given this season and not give that as a penalty with the others that we've had. If you want any consistency, that's a penalty, 100%. And I understand their frustration. But it is an absolute mess. It's chaos.
It was kind of tweaked to go less about unnatural body shapes and more to whether the hand is in an expected position or not. That was kind of how it's tweaked. Now, the fact that one referee looking at the VAR says, actually, you might want to go and have a look at that, but then the referee's gone to have a look at it, thinks, no, I don't need to have a look at that, it isn't a penalty, probably shows two differing opinions within those refs.
Interpretation.
And there lies the problem.
But when you say refs haven't got a clue, that is actually not being critical of referees.
No,
that's
it's not
being
at
critical
all.
of, but that's being critical of a system that has been put in place not just here in the UK. We had Marseille-Lyon on in the corner this evening. There was a handball in there that looked very harsh to be given. This is across the game.
It's not being critical of the referees at all. It's being critical of the system and what they're being told to do. That 1 minute they're told to do this, the next it's changed from game to game. It can't be right that the law has been tweaked midway through the season. As I said, I just think they are so confused, the referees, that they don't know what to give and what not to give.
And as we understand it, FIFA and IFAB are going to have another meeting where we expect handball to be discussed, which means we could go down another path with it.
I dread to think what's coming next. The implementation's wrong. The referees are confused. The VAR people at VAR are confused. It's to be honest, in a way, we were both hoping it was going to be given to make the game a bit better. And it didn't. That, you know.
I mean, even when you look at what happened yesterday with the referee, I think that's a consequence of. I mean, he's like a rabbit in the headlights. That's a consequence of them
not knowing whether they're coming or going.
I totally agree.
But there's a competency. Can't even say it.
There's a what?
Yeah. There's a competency issue where the referees have to take some responsibility for their level of performance. We can't just keep saying it's VAR's fault and we're confused by the rules. Know the rules, have some courage of your convictions, and do the job.
But the system's taken away the courage of their convictions.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, we were told that they weren't going to re-referee the games. Maximum benefit, minimum intervention.
Clear and obvious.
Clear and obvious for the absolute howlers. None of that has happened. The referees are worse now because of that than they were 4 or 5 years ago. And they're finding it so difficult. As I said, you go back to that law, it's so confusing.
Thanks for checking out the BBC Sport YouTube channel. Remember to give this video a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload. See you soon.